go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number. When the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number. When the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number. When the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues
Do you bleed blue?
go
If
marching
you do,
in.
this is the show for you. The Bluenote Fan Report, hosted by the Hawaii Blues fan. Aloha, and welcome to the Bluenote Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and you all know I'm bleeding blue with you. This is the program that is by a fan, for the fans, and most definitely about you, the fans. Today's an exciting day. All the Game 3s are in the books. While they were surprising, they may have not been exciting, but they left us ready for the pivotal Game 4s. I love Game 4s. I love Game 4s because this is the elimination point. From here on in, teams can get eliminated every game. Two teams could get eliminated tonight. That's, oh yeah, I love it. It just pulls you in, it grabs you, and it says, take me, take my baby, take me away. This is part of the playoffs I love, and I can't wait for it. Don't forget, I got my contest running, and along with my contest, you can subscribe to my channel, you can like it, throw your thumbs in the air, and you can even ring the bell. If you know, you know. If you don't, yeah, I'm a little punchy. This is the 5th time today I filmed this. I've had software issues, video issues, audio issues, and I wanted this out by now. Oh well. So, you know what? Enough of the bullshit. Let's get into the Game 3s. And it's time to be okay, fans. Let's start in the East like we always do, and we start with the most surprising and shocking series of them all. The number 1 Tampa Bay Lightning with the best record in the league and the most tied for the most wins in league history, and the lowly Columbus Blue Jackets, who just sneaked into the playoffs after a tough fight with the Montreal Canadiens. And who's up 3-0? But the Blue Jackets. Oh, are they spanking that ass? Spanking that ass. Spanking that ass. Spanking that ass. Oh my goodness, are they spanking that ass? I'm shocked. Tampa Bay has just rolled over. They went up 3-0 in Game 1 and said, fuck it. Fuck it. That's what they did. And it just, you know, I've listened to a lot of pundits. I'm on a bunch of different YouTube channels. I watch the NHL Network. And, you know, I hear them say, oh, no, it's not going to happen. They can't sweep. They can't get swept or two. They're getting swept tonight. I see the Islanders, not the Islanders, the Blue Jackets just finishing this off. No more. They're done. Sorry. You're going to go down in history as one of the best, worst teams ever. Or worst, best teams ever. I guess that's the way you want to say it. So let's drop down to the next series, which has been knock 'em out, drag 'em out. And that's the Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs. This series is going to go 7. I almost guarantee it. It's going 6 for sure. Toronto wins Game 3 in home. They do take a pretty bad hit with losing, and I cannot remember his name. For the cross-check to the head, he got suspended for the remainder of the first round. That suspension could go longer, I think. It sounds like they're going to address it after the end of the first round, so we'll see what happens. However, they won Game 3 with that suspension. They didn't let it bother them. These two teams absolutely hate each other. They tell you they hate each other, and Boston's going to take it to Toronto tomorrow. I absolutely see it. I see Toronto just coming out and taking it to them. This series goes back to Boston 2-2. Next, another surprise. Well, not a surprising series, but a surprising outcome in Game 3. The Washington Capitals, last year's Stanley Cup winning champions, go down to the Hurricanes and a bunch of jerks with the storm surge and get surged. Wow, did they get surged. And then you got Alexander Ovechkin, who for some reason decides it's okay to go pick a fight. Well, he didn't pick a fight. A 19-year-old picked a fight with him, and he went, night-night. And I say that in a jokingly way. Alexander was actually very concerned about his countrymen who he knocked out. But you know what? I thought he didn't even show up to the game. I was impressed. Caps lose. They're down they're up 2-1. They'll be up 3-1. I'm not worried about the Caps at all. They'll win tomorrow. I'm pretty sure of it. Then we drop down to the other series that is 3-0, and that's the Islanders and the Penguins. And what happened to Sid the Kid and the Penguins? Sidney Crosby, Malkin, they all just disappeared. The Islanders are taking it to them. The Islanders are the better team. I had talked when I did the playoff preview with Mike Dante. I talked about how I thought the Islanders were going to shock the world and take out the Penguins. I said 5, man, they're doing it in 4. I see this as a sweep. I really do. Now, Penguin has the horses to push this one more game. They really do. I just don't think they will. That's the East. Let's move to the West. In the West, we start down in the bottom with the Calgary Flames. And, well, I guess bottom, top, I don't know how you want to look at it. But we'll start with the Calgary Flames in the Pacific Division with the Calgary Flames and the Avalanche. And lo and behold, the Avalanche, who I thought in Game 1 just rolled over. Boy, was I wrong. They are absolutely taking it to the Flames. They took it to them last night. They bring up the Hobey Baker winner from UMass, who he just lost. What a 48 hours this kid had. He wins the Hobey Baker. He loses the national championship game. Then he goes and gets signed by the team that drafted him last year, I think, put into the lineup, and scores the first goal on his first shot in the playoffs. I don't think that counts as a goal. So I think when he starts the regular season, he'll still have 0. I think playoff goals and total goals are separate, though I could be wrong. But you know what? You go out there, and I'm sorry I don't remember his name. I'm trying to rush through this a little bit so I can get something out to you before game time. Last episode, you guys really went after it. You loved the suck it and watched it. I loved it. Thank you. And let's move on as I digress. We drop down to the Sharks and the Knights. Boy, did the Knights take it to the Sharks. Stone gets 3 goals. Oh, I forgot to say, I think Calgary is going to even that series up. Go back down. I think the Knights just came out there, played hard. The Sharks got surprised a little bit, didn't expect it to come. But you know what? The Sharks have lost 2 in a row. They're going to come back. I really do. I think that this is one of them series that has 7 games written all over it, at least 6. I look to see the Sharks just pounce and take the Knights down in Game 4. Let's move up. Predators and Stars. Now this is a good series. This is another one where I see got 7 games written all over it. The Predators snuck out a win here in Dallas. They were up 3-1. Dallas came back, made it 3-2, but couldn't get the equalizer. Actually, I think at one time it was 2-2, and then the Preds made it 3-2. This is a tight, tough series. I like that it's also a very physical series. I like the way that it's playing out. I look forward to this one going 7 games. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think that the Stars will even it up. So I'm pretty sure you fast forwarded to this point and haven't heard a word I said up until now, because you've seen the emblems, the Stars, the Jets and the Blues. Well, we were all on a high going into Game 3. We were all on a high. The Blues played that wonderful pregame show that TV didn't show, but they put on their website. I was going to show it today, but with everything happening, maybe I'll show it for Game 6 if there's a Game 6. Hopefully there's not. We got all like lulled into this uneasy sense of confidence. The Winnipeg Jets won that first period. They outplayed the Blues absolutely the whole first period. Yet the score was 1-0 Blues. David Perron on a power play gets in the right spot, just fires the puck between the circles, hits a Jets leg, careens right into the back of the net. 1-0 Blues. You know, you're thinking as a Blues fan, wow, we got outplayed and we're up 1-0. See, they got nothing on us. Now they came out and showed us a little bit of an ass whipping. They scored 3 goals. It was 3-1 going into the third period. The Blues got 2 goals in the third to make it 3-2, and then the floodgates opened. It ends up being 6-3. Bennington didn't play bad, but he didn't play well either. The defense, a lot of laps in defense. The Jets were way more physical. There's been a whole bunch of hullabub on the internet today about line changes this and line changes that, and who was at practice and who wasn't. Until we see pregame skate, we're not sure. So let's hold our judgment. The Blues, what they have to do today is come out fast, come out hard, and come out and take control. If they do that, they're going back to Winnipeg 3-1. If they don't, it's going back to Winnipeg tied. I think it's going back to Winnipeg 3-1. Yes, I'm a Blues homer. Wait till you see the power rankings. I'm looking forward to the Blues winning this one 4-1. Well, I know I'm talking a little fast and trying to rush it, and I'm hoping that I got through some of my technical difficulties, and we can move on to the Bluenote Fan Reports Playoff Power Rankings. Well, fans, it's time for my power rankings, and what I want to tell you what these are basically how strong I see the teams are right now. Not necessarily who I think is going to win the Stanley Cup, but based on play and based on, regular season play and current play, where they rank and who's the strongest and who's the weakest. And this is my opinion, and it might be different than yours. You may think I have some teams ranked too high. I may think I have some teams ranked too low. Let me know in the comments, hashtag power rankings, and tell me if you think I got somebody too high or somebody too low. I want to hear from you. I'd like to get 10 comments on my power rankings. Can you help me? Can you do me a big one? So let's start with Game 3 power rankings. So at number 16, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm sorry. When you win 62 games and just lay an egg, you're going to drop 3 spots to the bottom. At 15, dropping 1 spot to the Penguins. Again, they're down to desperation. Pens fans should have their flag flipped upside down. Bopping 2 spots to the Canes. That win against the Caps was impressive. It may be their only win, but they went out there and did it, and they're not down 0-3. I got to move them up. Bumping up 2 spots, and maybe not enough, is the Jets. I had to really think about this. Could I move the Jets further? Should I drop the Blues more? I mean, I had to really pay. The one thing about this game that really gets me is the Blues didn't play their game either. So let's see what happens. I'm going to give you a little bit of credit for that 6-3 win, but you know what? At one point, it was 3-2. They shortened that lead up, or it was 4-3, I think, 4-3. So they got it within a goal. So the Blues had a chance to make this a game a lot better than what it was. So I'm going to leave the Jets at 13. Moving down 3 is the Sharks. They give up that hat trick to Stone. You're down 2-1 in a very noisy, very hard building to win in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sharkies. I was on your bandwagon. I kind of jumped off a little bit. I left the Avs at 11, even though they're up 2-1. Little surprising. I just didn't see being able to bump them yet. Yet is the key word. Also left the Stars at 10, even though they lost. I almost consider that a good loss. I thought they took the fight to the Predators. They never gave up, and a sneaky goal gets in, and they lose the game. Could have very easily won that one. I bumped the Knights 3, so basically the Sharks and the Knights switched spots. Knights played very, very well. I talked about that earlier. I'm very impressed with how they did it. The Preds I left at 8. I could have bumped them up a little bit. I just, the Dallas and Preds series, they're fighting pretty hard. And there's other teams that are doing it too. So I left them there. That may change. The Flames I dropped down to 3. They were one of 3 teams that were 2-0, or they were 2 of the teams, or they weren't 2-0. They were one of the teams that I was high on that just got, there were a couple teams that got slaughtered, and they're one of them that got slaughtered. I had to drop them down to 7. At 6, okay, I'm going to hear it, but I have the Blues dropping 4 spots. Just like I only raised the Jets a couple for that loss because I put some of it on the Blues, I put a lot of it on the Blues. That's why they dropped 4 spots. Last week's rankings, 4 of the top 5 teams laid eggs. 4 of the top 5 laid eggs. So I had to drop everybody, and that's what I did there. Coming in at 4, or at 5, also dropping 4 spots with the Caps. They got shut out. That's another egg. Now, at 4, I have the Bruins. I know they're down 2-1, but this series, they hate each other. This series is tough, it's tight, and it will go 7. I'm almost dead certain of it. And that's why, at number 3, I have the Leafs bumping up 3 spots. Look at, that's the series. I've got that series at 3 and 4. That's how good these teams are. I'm impressed. Right? Keep this up. Now, this brings up, and I'll talk about this after the power rankings. This brings up a very important thing. At number 2, jumping 5 spots, I can't even read my own writing. Jumping 6 spots are the Blue Jackets. You're up 3-0, right? You're taking the champ, the President's Trophy champion down to desperation. I got to hand it to you, Blue Jackets. Great job. And the number 1 team is the Islanders. Wow. They have taken the Pittsburgh Penguins and just spanked that butt. Spanked it. You do that, you earn the number 1 spot. They jump up 2 spots to it, and I got to hand it to them. Guys, tell me what you think about the power rankings. Hashtag power rankings. Tell me if I got somebody too high, somebody too low. Help me out. Now, there's something that's come up here and there, and I haven't really talked about it before, but it's a playoff format. One of the things about this playoff format is that it puts a lot of good teams against each other early. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm okay with that, because this reminds me of the 80s when the 4 divisions each got 4 teams each. It didn't matter what your ranking was. It's what you were in the division. Overall, it didn't matter, just where you were in your division. And within the divisions, you would play each other. So 1, 4, 2, 3 in each division. Back in the day, the Norris division, this division didn't win a cup for a very long time because they beat the living shit out of each other every playoff. Toronto Maple Leafs, Detroit Red Wings, Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues, Minnesota North Stars. Not one of those 5 teams won a cup in the Norris division. Not one. Because they beat the crap out of each other. I love that. I love when divisions are tough and tight and mean, and you got to earn it. That's why I've got the Bruins and the Leafs ranked at 3 and 4. This is a mean, nasty series, and all the 2-3 series are like this. And that is outstanding for hockey. I know you think that maybe you'd like to see them beat them down later. No, I want to see these teams beat who's put in front of them. Beat the best to be the best. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Blues fans, it's time for me to go, but before I do, I just got to say, I love you all. Even though some of you are assholes, you know who you are. I love you all. Yes, I do take my show seriously. And if you want to know why I take my show seriously, it's simply this. Today, I have been filming since 7:30 this morning. It's almost 11, and I'm not done yet. It takes another 2 to 3 hours to get this out, and I'm going to have to rush it to get it out before the game so you guys can ignore it. Yeah, I take it serious. That's just who I am. And if you don't like that, I'm going to tell you what Bennington said. Aloha, mahalo. You got to know I'm bleeding blue with you. Jeremy, can you take us away today?